Hi again guys, this is the next puzzle out of my recent batch of Shapeways puzzles that I'm about to try and assemble on video. Hopefully it won't take too long. I assume that must go that way around. So I've got my screws and springs. I don't know if this necessarily needs springs and washers in it, but it's certainly not going to hurt it to have them. Thankfully this puzzle, excuse me, this puzzle isn't going to be like the last one that can't be changed once it's assembled, so I can alter it and retension it, etc. if necessary. So I'll leave them quite loose to begin with while we're assembling it, and tighten them up later to try and make it a bit easier to get pieces in. Yeah. Better. Oh god, no it's not. I'm going to retrieve that in a second, hopefully. I was sure that was in. That's gone flying across the room. Hopefully I can find the spring. I'm not worried about the washer, but the spring is my last one, so I really don't want to lose that. My last spare one, so oh god, what's going on? Alright, so I've now retrieved things, so hopefully I can get them on this time around. Note to self, don't let go of that centrepiece until you're absolutely certain that it's attached. Numpty. Right, that's better. Number 3. Wow. Why aren't you staying in? Right, that's the core assembled. So, let's see, we're going to have 3 of these on each centrepiece. These kind of edges. So assuming that matches up to this centrepiece. As far as you go on, that's going to need gluing in position then. That's very loose. I was expecting that to snap into place, but it doesn't. There we go. That goes there. Yeah, that will fit between there, won't it? Okay. Okay, so that's 3 of them in. That looks about right. Now, yeah, they go with. That one hasn't died very well. It's kind of brownish tinge to it. That isn't good. Oh well. Now around the kind of polar vertices, which this is one, you've got 3 of these triangles, and they all point in the same direction. So I'll need a regular edge piece in there. That doesn't seem right. Oh no, it does, it just wasn't quite aligned right yet. That's good. Then I want another triangle there. Another edge. Get it under that. Let's just get the edges in first, maybe. Ah, there we go. So then we can fit another one of the triangles in there, pointing in the same direction as the other one. And another one there. And that should complete that layer, so to speak. It does indeed. Excellent. So you might be able to see a rough idea of what it is that's coming together here now. So okay, so I guess I want all these edges pointing the same sort of way as well. Yeah, I've looked at the picture, but I didn't necessarily memorise it entirely right, completely. So I'm not absolutely certain. Oh, I popped a screw out again. Ah, that's not good. That's not staying in that core. I'll try that without the spring. It seems to be solid enough, so I don't know why it won't stay in, but oh well. Hopefully it'll work okay without the spring in there, we'll see. So yeah, as I was saying, I think everything has to kind of be the right direction, the same direction. So what I mean by that is around each of these equatorial vertices, if I look at it that one, then this one will look exactly the same, and then this one will look exactly the same, sort of. So it's clear that the triangles can only go in that way, although on this layer that points the same way as that triangle, which is what I was expecting, so that's good. Yeah, those caps really are loose, that would definitely have to be glued on. What I will try first is just putting a bit of super glue around them, but let it dry first, see if you can make it a tighter fit by doing that. Oh. Getting this wide, there we go. This last stage I think is going to be quite tricky. Let's try actually rotating it between two sprung edges, it might give it a bit more chance, we'll see. I don't think that's going to go in with these in. See if we can get one of these in last instead. Right, that's in. And you go in there. Oh, come on, they're so close. Gotcha. Right, hopefully we're there. It was very strange to set the centre caps on. Well, I think that's the unsprung centre, where that tightened up then. Put this cap onto now so you can see what the finished product looks like. So I'm going to have to do something with them because they're just going to fall off otherwise. But there it is, the final product. So hopefully you might be able to see what it is. It's not, I don't know if it's entirely obvious, especially when it's already black and you can't really see the cut patterns very well. But I will sticker it and get those centre caps working properly before I reveal it in its entirety. And yeah, as I thought, every face is basically identical. Oh no, it's not. I've messed up. I've got this triangle the wrong way around, I think. Or have I? I'm not sure. I'll have to double check that on the pictures whether I've got this assembled right now, but I'm not entirely convinced. But I'll go away and have a look, and it's close enough to see what it is, and I'll get it all assembled properly, finished off, stickered, and I'll show you some more. Okay then, so here it is. It's the David Pictures Fracture 6 puzzle. A really nice looking puzzle. As it turned out, it may well be obvious on watching the video, I'm not sure, but I actually had it assembled correctly, even though I did take it apart and rebuild it again. It's just that I'd had one of these faces turned 90 degrees so that the things weren't pointing in the right direction. I realised that after I'd rebuilt it again. Oh, it wasn't too difficult to rebuild again, you know, once I knew what I was doing. Had a little bit of difficulty with this one. The centre caps, which are the points around the equator here, if you remember I said they were very loose. Well, I really had some difficulty trying to get them to stay on. I tried building up a layer of super glue and that didn't really work. I tried super gluing them on, and I had to sort of like build up layers of super glue on top of each other before it actually had enough purchase to actually stick to the layers below it. But they are now firmly in place, so but hopefully I'll never take it apart again, because I probably won't be able to, but they had to be glued in position, so be it. It also meant that a little bit of the super glue leaked out and glued some of the pieces together, so I did have to separate them. But yeah, it's all good now. I have actually got a spring in that screw that I couldn't get to stay in. I had to actually put a longer screw in it. I had some other M3 screws that so they're obviously the same diameter, but they had a longer thread on them, so I had to put one of those in. But because I found the functioning better on the sprung faces than the non-sprung one. I haven't actually got this tension quite right. This point here is a bit stiffer than the other two, but it's not like it turns terribly or anything. In fact, the entire puzzle turns really well, but it's my mistake. I've just tensioned this one a bit tighter than the others. I have looped it and it turns really nicely now. I mean, again, if you can actually finger trick it, so that's how easily it turns. So it's not like it's turning badly or anything. Even the stiff side I can finger trick as well. So it's really not that it's turning badly or anything like that. It's just a minor issue that, again, I've caused myself. It's not a fault with the puzzle. So let me show you a little bit more about how this puzzle functions. You can see if I put it edge on like this, each tip is asymmetrical at the moment. You've got three of the two colour edges kind of with the fatter edge pointing to the centre cap, but there's one on the left hand side where it's got the point pointing at the centre cap. So at the moment, any faces that are like that, I can only turn by 180 degrees. Well, that's not true. I can turn it by 90 degrees, like so. But what happens if I do is these larger triangles, they block, this is the cut line down here, they block turns, so I can't make any further turns. So at the moment I can only do 180 degree turns, and that allows these turns. However, that changes when, if I, for example, I do a 180 degree turn on this left side, which is the side that's got the different oriented edge on it at the moment, and that puts an edge there that's exactly the same. So I've now got fourfold symmetry on that centre. I can do a 90 degree turn on that centre, and the other faces remain turnable. So basically it's going to bandage up quite badly, and it's going to be difficult to solve, I think. I expect this one to be rather tricky to solve. That's quite a similar kind of concept to the Octostar cube that, again, designed by David Picture, who designed this one, of course. You have to get kind of fourfold symmetry on one layer to do the 45 degree turns on that puzzle, and this is kind of a similar concept. However, the difference with this one, or a big difference with this one, is that you've got very little kind of spare room on this. Turning two faces moves pretty much every piece on the puzzle sort of thing. So it's apart from the three pieces on the front, every piece on the puzzle is moved just doing those two turns. So you are kind of restricted as to where you can kind of do your piece building and things, or block building, things like that. So I'm quite nervous about the difficulty of this one, but oh well, I mean, it's meant to be challenging, that's the whole point. So I think it's time we get this thing scrambled up and try it out. So 180-degree turns at random around the puzzle. Oh, that's giving me the fourfold, so do a 90 there and see what else we can do. Line things up, it'll work better. So we've got fourfold symmetry there again, and yeah, past the point of no return now, I think. So let's see, fourfold back there again. So I'm doing the usual thing, trying to make sure I get everything away from its kind of home position. So it's not next to the piece where it belongs in its normal solid state any longer. Oh, I was trying to get another piece there, so let's see. I need to bring one around from this side. Nope, that doesn't work either. What piece? Okay, can't even scramble it. Right, so that's what I wanted. So I can move that away from there. I haven't got any on this one, but that means I've got 90. I see, when I've got no points that can match up with this one, that means I've automatically basically got fourfold symmetry on this one. So let's bring something else into that one. So we'll bring that back there. No, don't want that one there. Let's do it with a different one. That one. Okay, I think we can. No, we've still got stuff stuck together at the moment, so well, let's move that one out. And that orange one there we go. And I think I can call that one scrambled now. Looks very impressive scrambled actually. I really like that one. That puzzle the way it looks. So if I can't solve it, it's not going to look too unhappy on the shelf, I don't think, until I figure it out. The good thing about, or the bad thing about these, should I say, I don't know whether it's good or bad, but because not many people own these puzzles, of course, there's very few tutorials out there to get help with them. So if I do get stuck, I don't know if I'll be able to find help on it or not. But, well, hopefully I'll be able to figure it out so I won't need it. But, yeah, thanks very much for watching this, guys. I hope you enjoyed my videos, and this particular mystery Shapeways puzzle series in particular. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you next time.